Good morning. It is Monday morning, March 30th, 2020. For me, I am in week 3 of digital working and learning. I know different people are at different places with this working from home thing, but I wanted to get on today and just share with you something I did over the weekend and then some thoughts that kind of unfolded as I was doing that. So we live on about 5+ acres. We have a lot of grass, we have a lot of shrubbery, we have a lot of flowers, so there's a lot to do around our house. And so this weekend I decided I was going to trim the shrubs. And the whole time that we've lived here, we've been here about 5 years, we've always kept it very maintained, very, our shrubbery is always nice and trimmed. It doesn't get all scraggly. That's one of my pet peeves. However, our shrubbery is very mature around here. So they're very full. Some of them are very tall. And although that we've kept them trimmed and looking nice, they're almost unmanageable. They're too big. They're hard to trim because of their size. So over the weekend, I asked my dad, who's always been a golf course superintendent, hey, Dad, if I cut these down to nubs, is there enough time in the season that they will put back out, that they will, they can have new growth and new blossoms and that kind of thing? He was like, sure. So when I tell you that I cut them off at the nub, I mean, I have my yard looks like it's made of sticks because all of my shrubbery I have cut down to almost like sticks. Okay, so that's my first thing. However, I'm happy about that because it's early March. There's plenty of time for it to have new growth. We're good. On the side of my house, behind these very, very big shrubs, there are 5 gorgeous azalea bushes that have just kind of gotten neglected because they were behind these huge shrubs. So I probably spent an hour just really tending to these azaleas and picking gobs of pine straw out of them and raking around them and pulling out dead branches and all that good stuff to try to revive these azaleas, this lost beauty in my yard. So through all of that, and I'm a very spiritual person, anybody who knows me well knows that. So I feel like the Lord was speaking to me. And he basically said, and this is a lesson for me, and so I don't want this to come across as very judgmental or this is what you should do because this is what I should do. No, the Lord spoke to me and I want to share this and maybe it will help someone else. So my thought was, those shrubs were thriving. They were growing, they were big, they were full, but they were unmanageable. Does that sound like anybody's life? Our economy was thriving, our jobs were thriving, we were doing really, really well. But did our lives get unmanageable? Did they get unruly? Is it not time for us to cut back to the nubs, to what really matters, to the root of what we are and who we are and what we want to be? Not to mention, if we can trim back, we have room for new growth. We have room for fuller, greener, bigger blossoms, but we have to trim back. And then my mind went to the azaleas. How many things in our life are hidden beauty that while we've trimmed our lives and we've kept it looking great, how much lost beauty is behind us, metaphorically, in our lives, in our hearts, in our souls, in our beings? So my challenge to myself and my challenge to you is, use this time, trim it back. Let's get back to what really matters. Let's get back to our roots, and you don't ever know what beauty you're going to uncover. Have a marvelous Monday.